Hi guys, in today's video we are going to see how we can create a web screen and execute some tasks on it. So let me just give you an example of how what we are trying to say. So I will be using floating bar. So I have a requirement to switch my keyboards according to the usage I have. So for that I think that is the best options you can have. So this is called the floating bar. So when you click on it, it will list a couple of icons which you can choose it on your own, and then you can just click on one of them and it will execute some task. So it will execute some task and perform the functions on it, right? So you can just minimize it. So let's see how we can create that. So before starting this tutorial, so I will say that I want to mention that this particular feature can be used only with AutoTools. So you need to have a paid AutoTool plugin, which is a Tasker plugin. So if you don't have it, then there is no need to it doesn't make any sense to see the whole video because it will going to give you the tutorial of it. So let's see how we can do that. So in order to get started with the floating bar, what you need to do is you need to go to the task and create a task. So we can just click write any example. So I will use web screen sample name for that. So it doesn't matter what you choose. So when you click add on it, you can click add action, and here you need to go to the plugin first and then need to select auto plugin, auto tools. So inside that auto tools you need to go to web screen. So it is based on the web screen, so we need to choose web screen on it. So now uh, it is added and you need to go to the configuration, and here what we need to do is we are not going to create from the scratch. So I will just use import presets option and see what kind of presets is available. So what it will do is it will take you to the website of the developer, and here many users have created different web screens for you. So you need to just search search the web screen according to your requirement. So what we are interested in is floating bar. So that is the floating bar. So I will just import it, and it will show that updating web screen definitions, and also what it is doing is it is fetching all the HTML and CSS file which is responsible for creating the floating bar. And it is saying some few things, instructions and everything. So we are not going to get into that right now. So when you click on it, click on write, it will just show something like this. So I haven't done anything in this. So it is all come from the preset, the whole settings. And I will just go to the back and I will click on the play button and see what it is there. So if you have configured everything like auto tools, if you configure auto tools nicely and everything is working fine for you, then you should see icon like this, which means that that auto web screen is actually working on your mobile. So you can see there is a bunch of icons and everything which is created by the developer, or I think some user. So this is there. So that is one step. So now we have seen that. Now we can just try to customize it and see what are the options we have inside this. So let's just go inside the task and click on the configuration part. So inside the configuration part, uh, in the last step, we have used import presets, but now you don't have to do that because you already have presets. All you need to do is customize the items inside it and see how it will going to change our layout. So let's just see different options inside it. So these are the items which you should be concerned about. Mm, so these are the items, and inside that item, so what are the items are inside this. So 1 2 3 4, these are all items. So do remember that when you click on this, it will going to override all the things which is inside the inside the template which we have fetched a few seconds ago. So it will overwrite it, and you going to use your own. So we will try to like make the same thing again. So I will just use icons, and I will click on yes, I need an help for the icons. So I will be using app icons because I'm like interested in the same keyboard thing. So inside that you can just search for Gboard. So here you have the icon, and it is saying that here you can manage multiple items. So if like it is only one, so if you want to change it, you can click on edit, and if you want to edit again, so it will going to show two icons. So it is actually really nice. So I will just show you while after adding second one. So touch any existing images and edit or delete it. So we are going to say yes, okay, that is fine. And now as you can see another add button. So you can just click on add and choose another one. So I have used something called um, Samsung Smart. I think Smart is the keyword. Yes. So as for Samsung keyboard, so I will just use S. You are free to choose like whatever icon tag you want to use. So I'm just sticking with the application icons. And here if you see you can click on the icons, and here you can see the edit or delete button. So when you edit on it, you can again like replace the existing icons with the new one. So you can always change this. I don't want to change anything more, so I will just click on done. And then it comes the command. So don't worry about this. It is not going to show anything right now. So we are just creating a template, and it is not saved and refreshed. So that is why it is not updating right now. So for the commands, the way commands works is like you have selected two icons. So it will going to work in a similar order. So first thing we have used board, Google board or Gboard. So I will just use Gboard, and then you can it is actually a comma separated value. So for the second icon, you can use S board. So now you have two commands for two icons. So when first icon will be clicked, it will going to send Gboard. If second item going to click, it will going to send another one. So I think BOARD is the spelling. Yes. So we have two commands now. So we are good to go, I think. Let's just go back, and we need to see one more thing. So we need to, I think this is the thing which we want, refresh when running. So it should refresh it according to our new values. So I haven't tried it, but I just saw it while looking at the configuration. So let's see whether it will going to work or not. So if we refresh it, let's see whether it will going to floating bar refresh, it is saying. And when you see it is not refresh, still not refresh. So let's see whether it will going to refresh now. So I will just okay, it's still not refresh. So what you will do if it is not refreshed, I will just go back. Let me just play it and see whether it will going to help to refresh. Something is going on. I will just pause it and come back. Okay, it's still not doing anything. So what we'll do is we will create a web screen close task. So what is happening is when you create a web screen for the first time, it will always going to be there, and whenever you try to create another one, it is not getting refreshed. So old web screen is still there, so we need to create a task which will going to close it. So let me just try to create it again. I have already there web screen close, so for the sake of tutorial, let's just create it. Web screen sample close. Name can be anything. So let's just quickly add plugin, and then inside the plugin we need to use AutoTools, and here we can use web screen. And from the configuration part, you need to use display mode as close. So let's just click on it, and as you can see, it's now not there, so it hides it. So I will just click on right and all. So now our old web screen is gone. So in order to see our new screen changes, all you need to do is click on the play, and it should display it. So now you can see it is taking some time, and when you click on it, it will show two icons. So this looks very cool. Like you can change the color. I will show you how you can change the color. So this is how you can do it. Let's just see some more settings from it. Let me first show you how you can like set this icon to the right hand side. For that, what you need to do is you need to go to the, I think, Windows settings. Yes, so inside the Windows settings, there is a position which is right, and you can just click back and click on right and back and back and click on right. Yeah, it's a very time consuming task, but we don't have any choice. So there what you need to do is you need to go to the close web screen task and click on it. So it will going to close the currently running web screen, and now you need to go to again on the previous web screen which you have updated, and when you click on the play, it should show floating bar on the right side. So as you can see, it is showing now. So now we have it on the right side. So that is the one setting. Second setting you might be interested in, I think it's related to the bar. So it took me a lot of time to figure out how we can change the color of it. So the way you can do it, don't get confused with this colors thing, because it will going to change the color like behind this bar. So we are not going to be interested in this. So we are interested in this bar. So this is the one color which we are interested. So let's just click on it, and now it is saying floating bar color. So it will going to ask do you need to pick color. We will say yes, and let's just click maybe blue, and I think that's it. So expander is like this particular section. So this is the expander, and let's just click on right. What we need to do is we need to first close it, And do remember to click on the right side, because that is the only way you are going to save the task. And I will just close it once. So it is now closed. And when you go to the web screen sample again, and it should show the bar with a different color now. So it is taking some time, and now you can see you have a blue bar. So it's look very neat and clean. And when you click on it, like if I try to click on it, so as you can see, it will going to show the Gboard. So this is the command which we are looking after. So how you can intercept it, like this is the one task. You have created a bar, you have icon, and when you click on the icon, it will going to broadcast one command. So what we need to do is now we need to intercept that command, or you can say that we need to get that command and execute task accordingly. So the way I am doing it is I am taking the whole command and add it to the if condition. So I will just show you how we can do that. So first you need to create an auto app command profile. So how we can do it? Let's just try to create one. It will going to come inside the event. So here in event we need to go to the plugin, and here you need to choose auto apps, not the AutoTools, auto apps. And then when you go to the configuration, it will going to ask for command filters. So we are not interested in command filters. So command filters will be useful if you want to like create multiple profiles for different commands. But what I will do is I will create one task and to intercept all the commands, and inside the if condition I will going to execute different things. So command filters we are not going to use it. And you can see in this section here variable, there is a set of variables which is offered by this particular profile. So we will just click back and it will going to list it. So these are the command which is available for us. So if you use AACOMM, so it will going to look for equal to colon equal to sign. So one is going to give write command, one will going to give more commands. So according to that, so I'm not interested in that. You can just search on the Google and see how we can use that. But what we are going to do in this tutorial is the AA message, which will going to show the whole message. And then you can just click on web screen intercept task, and I think that is the same profile we have. So I will just close this one and take you to the web screen intercept what I have done in that. So let's just go inside this task, web screen intercept. So here I'm just using vibrate pattern. So whenever we are going to click, it will going to give a vibration feedback which let me know that yes, this task gets executed. And then inside that if condition, what I'm doing is I'm using that AA message. So it will going to give all the command, because I'm not using equal to colon equal to. So it will going to give the whole command, and I'm just checking the condition with the Gboard. So if I find a Gboard, then what will happen? It will going to execute perform task. So perform task is a action which can execute another action. So I'm executing switch to Gboard task name. So how you can access the task name? You can just click on the lens button and it will going to list all the actions. So here you can see switch to Gboard and there is action there. So I have used that. And similarly, I'm checking for another condition which is a S board. So if I get S board, I can just perform the switch to SEM board task, and then the end if. So this is my whole task. So I think it should work now. Let's just see what we have, what kind of keyboard we have. So we have a Gboard right now. So let me just click on it and click on the S. As you can see, it's showing S port, and it actually vibrates too, and switch it to the Samsung keyboard. It is saying that switching to a Samsung keyboard. So when you click on it, as you can see, our keyboard is switched to the Samsung keyboard. And when you click on the Gboard, so as you can see, it is changed to the Gboard. So as you can see how quickly it is, and how cool it's looking. So you can imagine how easy it becomes to change the keyboard, which was really difficult before that. You need to go to the settings and go to the input settings and then choose the default one. So that is like really nice to have. One more thing I forgot to show you regarding the settings of this. As you can see, we have only 2 items, and there is a space of more icons, so it looks very ugly. And also most of the time, you don't want to show the whole screen, you are okay with sliding to the left. So what we can do is we can go to the web screen sample, and here we should have is settings in, I think, in items, and inside that items, what it is saying, okay, maybe not this one. I think is it inside? Yes, is it inside layout? So here you have the setting for visible item. So here if you select like one here, okay, and then you can just click save, and you can click save again, and then you need to close this, and while you are getting back, it should be clear from the memory. And then when you click on the play, it is refreshing with the new floating bar. And now you can see it is only one, and you can scroll it like this. So it looks much nicer now as compared to the previous one. So this is another setting you can have, and I think I have covered all those things. And you can keep fiddling around with different settings, it has a settings for icon as well. The only drawback which I'm facing with this is, when you have this icon, your screen will not going to be off. It can be as a, it can be said as a feature, but for me it's not that nice. So what you need to do is you need to close it. You need to close it manually, your screen, if you have this activated. So what happen is, when you have this icon and you put your phone in idle mode, it will not going to time out automatically, because it will going to refresh it. So that is the only thing I didn't like it, and I'm not able to figure out where you can change that particular setting. So do mind that it will not going to put your screen into off mode, or idle timeout will not going to work with this. So it will keep your screen on all the time if you enable this. So I think I have covered all those things related to this. If you have any question and comments, please comment below. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. And I hope you like this video. Let's meet in the next video. Bye. Take care.